Shannon.
Good morning.
Tell us about staging houses. What happens when people don't do it properly?
Well, I find that sometimes people make the mistake of putting their house on the market and just seeing what happens. And I'm sure Emilio will tell you.
Tremendous waste of time.
Exactly, a big waste of time. Yeah. So I think of all the statistics that I keep, the most compelling are the homes that were previously unstaged, and then we come in and stage them. Mm-hmm. So I've staged over 200 houses. Of those houses, about 25% were on the market previously unstaged. Mm-hmm. So of those homes, they average about 180 days unstaged on the market. After we come in and stage them, and most of the time with no price reduction, they are under contract within 27 days.
So I want our listeners to think about that for a minute. 180 days, and I've moved a couple of pieces of real estate in the past few years, is the realtor comes back to you in 30 to 45 days and suggests reducing the price because they say it's been on the market, we're not getting any offers,
it's
stale.
Must
be the price, it's stale. Yeah.
Right.
Do a price reduction, stage your home, and it sells in 27 days.
No price reduction.
Right.
Right.
And that's the other thing that's really important. If you're thinking about the price, in that 180 days, how much it's been reduced.
Or are you trying to get your kids moved from one school system to another in 90
Do you have
days?
that time to waste?
Right.
Exactly. Right. And so, again, that's really compelling, and that just proves that our staging actually sells homes 85% faster. That's 85% faster.
Awesome.
So that's a huge difference. Mm-hmm. And to your point, again, how much money are you losing in that 180 days? The other thing that is really important, and this is why you shouldn't just see what happens, is that when we stage from the get-go, our average this year is 14 days or less under contract. Mm-hmm. So even though sellers are doing the staging after that 180 days, that average is 27 days. So they're still losing 2 weeks.
Right.
So with that money they're losing, and they're still actually losing 2 weeks because, again, the listing has gone
and it's
stale.
a period of high anxiety. You have to keep the house clean all the time. You got strangers in and out. You got to move the pets out of the house.
Exactly. That's a really good point. And you could just be doing that for 2 weeks as opposed to the 180 days
Time
plus
is
the
money.
Exactly.
Yep,
exactly.
right. And seasons change, and
right. The photos become stale. Buyers have seen the house, and buyers are now coming in and saying, "Well, this house has been on the market for 200 days. Mm-hmm. What kind of deal can I get?"
Right.
So
exactly, enterprising.
Right.
So, what is your favorite? What's your favorite rooms to stage?
I would say they're all fun. Obviously, the living room is always kind of the showpiece of the house. So that's always. That's always a good one. Mm-hmm. But, now the master bedroom is always nice, kind of making that into a retreat.
Romantic sanctuary.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nice. So when you come in to stage a home, do you typically take out a storage unit for contents already in the house to move them out and kind of help that process? How do you facilitate? You come in, I'm thinking of somebody that has a lot of clutter and needs some help. How do you do it?
So it really depends. It's really always on a case-by-case basis. If they need to have a storage unit, that's something we recommend. Mm-hmm. Usually we'll kind of just put the things that we're not using, we'll put them in the basement or put them in the garage. Gotcha. We'll kind of move things around. Doing an occupied house is always a great transformation. That's kind of really fun. But
kind of like Love It or List It. They don't want to leave after
exactly.
Up.
And that's actually funny. That show, I was just watching it last night, and I was noticing how much a lot of it is just staging. She's showing the master bedroom,
really
and
is.
they didn't do any renovations. She just changed the staging, and they're like, "Wow, this is great. We love it.
Right.
This is what we needed."
Yep.
And it's kind of like she just changed the bedding and the curtains and added some accessories.
Put some chocolate chip cookies in the oven to make the house smell like home.
Exactly. But it really does look so much better. So it just makes such a huge difference.
So for our listeners out there, to sum up this segment, we would say, do you want your house on the market for 6 months and a possible probable price reduction, or and a hassle for a sales process, or do you want it sold in 14 to 27 days?
Exactly.
Yeah, no price reduction.
No price reduction.
So, Shannon, if our listeners would like to reach out to you, they can reach you at 401-524-3944 or find her on the web at www.staginginri.com. Shannon, thank you for coming in this morning.